my significant
J. Cole. Miguel is putting respect on your name. Now, for context, it's important to note that this conversation originates from the recent episode of Rory and Mal, where within this episode, Miguel speaks on how lucky he was to work with someone like Jay. To the full clip, I do want to utilize this moment to highlight something that was referenced on the Joe Budden podcast.
Well, while you on the list of people that fuck up the R&B feature, I would like to add another name for your consideration. Kendrick Lamar. Think about it.
I like Kendrick on Autumn Leaves, even though I understand the people that don't.
It's how many drinks?
How many drinks?
Miguel?
How many drinks?
He was on that.
Oh my God!
I'm telling you something.
How
I
many
don't remember.
drinks?
I don't remember that verse.
He shouldn't have been on How Many Drinks.
Yeah.
Now, I shared this on X, and it sparked a lot of conversation around rap artists that tend to ruin an R&B song. But I'm curious to hear what some of you think in the comments. Do you agree with Ice and Joe Budden that Kendrick's verse didn't mesh well with Miguel on How Many Drinks? Or are you inclined to disagree? Let me know what you think in the comments. But let's continue with the clip. You can hear the clash within the music. Now, something I find imperative to mention as well is that this isn't the first time Miguel has referenced J. Cole within an interview this year.
Is how you and Cole linked up so early on in the phases of your careers to do All I Want Is You, and then to see the evolution with Come Through and Chill, Power Trip. Why do you think the synergy between you guys was so strong that first record, and it was able to carry through multiple eras?
When the intention is coming from the same
Y'all are simpatico
place. Yeah. And I come from underground hip hop. Like, that is a big part of my development, my career, even professionally. You know, a lot of that started with my education and my love for hip hop. Deep, you know what I mean? And like true lyricism. Those things are what I think informed how easy it was for Cole and I to just make music. And I think with the grace of, you know, everything. And I look forward to many, many more, many more, because he's not going anywhere. And I'm not going anywhere.
Listen, I always said y'all had an EP waiting, that's an easy 5-6 records to put together. Y'all went 3 for 3. Y'all could go 6 to 6.
Yeah. We've definitely talked about going back and forth on production and like singing and we talked about some fun concepts. So that just feels like timing.
And Cole is, one of the best at that. He's one of the best at really feeling like he's having conversation with you and really like doing it at a level is just like really dropping gems. Wow, he's just having a conversation. So it felt like a good dream team.
Is linking up with Cole, who can be for us on the outside, it seems he's hard to locate unless he's on tour. Like, he's very reclusive. He's not on social media a lot.
Good.
What's that? You just call him, text him, and the collabo comes through. I got a joint, and here we go. Let's roll. How does it work?
The last we really connected in the studio was here in LA. It was in Santa Monica, and actually Cole was on guitar.
Wow.
He might be mad. I mean, he won't be mad because I'm not gonna show you the video. I might show you the video afterward, but he was really playing the guitar.
Why would he be mad about that? We've seen him in the studio in his documentaries and things on HBO, cooking up a few chords and doing his cook up. You know what I mean?
100%. So I think he's real. Like,
I don't think he wants people to think he's trying to be a guitar player, but 100%. I think he wants people to know from, like I said, watching the stuff he has put out. Look, I could pick up an instrument and find a chord, and put that into and cook that up into something that's dope for everybody.
Mm-hmm. He definitely has vision. I learned a couple things from him, man, in the studio, and hopefully it was the same way the other way. I think that's why we more than anything, it's like when you get around people that have a similar like intention, the overall broad intention. You know what I'm saying? I think when you understand that with someone, and you know that you guys connect on that level, it makes everything else really, really easy. And so it's been on a lot of levels. I would say Cole is one of like a brother in all of this. You know what I'm saying? He knows he can hit me for any unbiased opinion. Not that he ever would need that, but he knows that I'm a resource of unbiased opinion all the way through, and vice versa. And I've definitely leaned on him in that way before, and he's been really helpful. I hit you one. And we have those friends where it's like, let me just get what do you think about this? And there's people that you trust, and it's real rare. So he's definitely a person I'm grateful for. I appreciate, beyond the music. That's like a brother through this.
There you have it. Beyond the music, that's like a brother. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to reason together. Almost every story you hear about J. Cole from people within the music industry is people telling you how genuine of a person J. Cole is. Yet, when it comes to the YouTube reaction creators in the biased hip-hop media, majority of these people turn a profit by trying to convince you that he's this terrible person. I mean, a video came across my desk this week of a guy saying J. Cole betrayed Jay-Z. Yet, that same guy had no idea that Jay-Z was on Cole's first album. These are the people coming up with these terrible narratives, and it's disgusting. It's almost as disgusting as people who spent 20 months echoing the talking points of people who hate J. Cole only to beg for the support of the people within the Cole community. I swear, you fake journalists turned media members disgust me, and you can be sure you disingenuous hip-hop grifters will be exposed. But that's my video for today. Caleb from Twitter is signing up. Hey, before I get out of here, I wanted to utilize this time to simply say thank you to each and every person that has taken the time to drop a like, subscribe, or even just drop a comment. Doing things like that really help this channel get pushed more out into the algorithm. One person in particular, at TGuy2439, he states, something that amazes me in hindsight is how much the cosign helped both Cole and Kendrick. It's amazing that Wale and Big Crit had the careers they did without any of the major cosigns that Kendrick, Cole, and Drake got. And so first and foremost, one, thank you for your comments on this video, on my previous video. I really, really appreciate that. And I agree with you when it comes to Wale and Big Crit. Those are two of my favorite artists alongside of Cole, of course, right? But those are two of my favorite artists, and they both are gearing up for release. I know Wale has a project that's set to be released next month, and Big Crit just recently released a single. And so I think that we all should definitely tune in and check into that. And speaking of releases, I know that this was the month that I share with you all that I was told that Cole was going to be releasing a single. I stand by to the point of that's what I was told, and I wish I could just share that source. I'm not one of those people that's like, yo, just trust me, bro. If you follow me on Twitter, like I'm not that person. That's just simply what I was told. And so I'll wait. But when it comes to Cole, again, he's liable to change his mind at the drop of the dime. And so I won't just flat out say it as breaking news. It's just simply what I was told. But that's all that I got for you all today. Peace. Rory, whenever you mention J. Cole, that's good for my business. I love that.
Oh, I know. Listen, I know your face. You're one of the closer, and I don't want to say stand page because I think that's disrespectful, because I don't think you do that.
And then we do a Caleb, right? I don't think Joe would ever, or Flip would ever look at Caleb and be like, yo, you a loser, you a failure, right? Because he's moving with humility.
I like the tone that the nigga Caleb was on, and in real life, that's the lens I see it through. Content creation is tough. It's hard.